We will quickly go over some operators now. So, what is an operator? An operator tells the computer what action or operation you want to perform on a value or variable. So, you know what this is, I'm sure. You've seen it in mathematics a lot. It's sort of this and sign is an operator. It's so you understand what you want to do with these two values. So we can have assignment operators, which is this. Equals is a type of assignment operator. Um, we also have addition operators, which is just here 5 plus 5. That's an addition operator. Then you have multiplication, which on a computer we do it like this. So that means 2 multiplied by 5. And then we have divide, which is forward slash. So that is 10 divided by 2. So we have different types of assignment operator. So it's not just the equals. You can also do x plus equals 5. And what this is, it just means x equals x plus 5. This is a shorthand version of writing that. And you can do that with subtract, multiply, divide. You can do, which means x equals x multiplied by 2. So that is shorthand. So yeah, this is a type of assignment operator. What else do we have? Yeah, it's also x minus equals 4, which is just x equals x minus 4. Okay, then we have comparisons. If it feels like I'm going through this quick, well, I am, because this is just blanket tutorial stuff. You're just getting this blanket thrown over the top of you. We're not really using it with anything yet. Yeah, I'm trying to just show you what to expect, and then when we get into the more RPG Maker involved code, then you'll see why this stuff matters. It's just important that you get a view of it at the moment and even slightly understand what's going on. That's probably a good sign. So we have comparisons as well, comparison operators. If you want to say something is equal to something, then we have to use 2 or 3 equal signs. So you can say x is equal to y, but if you say 5 is equal to 4, that will return false. But in JavaScript, a lot of the time you don't want to do the 2 equals. You'll see this a lot in other programming languages. 2 equals just means a comparison. So that's very different to this. So if you are comparing a variable to a number, you say is x equal to 4? That is very different to x equals 4. This is assignment, which means make x equal 4. And this is comparison, is x 4? But yeah, in JavaScript, a lot of the time you want to use 3. So 2 is a less strict comparison. It says, is this kind of like this? So I believe if you do this, that might say true because you're checking if this is kind of like that. So 10 is equal to 10, even though the data type is different, that should probably still say true. But if you say the 3 equals, this is a strict comparison. Is this exactly the same as that? Well, now it's not. This will return false because this is a string with the string 10 inside, and this is a number 10. Again, it's hard, maybe it's hard to grasp this until I start showing better examples or working examples of us using this. But yeah, it's good to just show you it early, so maybe makes a bit more sense when we do it later. Other comparisons are not equal to, so you can say is x not equal to y? So you can say is 5 not equal to 5? This will return false because it is equal to 5. This is just logic stuff. Then you have greater than. You'll say is 3 greater than 5? False. Is 6 greater than 3? True. So greater than, less than. You also have greater than or equal to and less than or equal to. So some working examples. Let's put this into context. You can say let health equal 400, and say you have a skill that you want to do extra damage if their health is full. So maybe the max health is 400. It's probably bad form. Let's say max health 400 and their current health is 400. Then you can do a comparison to say, is the current health equal to the max health? If it is, then do the cool skill. But then if it's not, say the current health is 300, it's not equal, this will return false, so then you can do the failure skill or something. Or if you're trying to check, maybe it's some kind of quest, mushrooms picked equals 0. So this is declaring a variable, mushrooms picked, assign as 0. And then later on, when you pick up a mushroom, you can say mushrooms picked plus equals 1, which is an addition assignment. So you are saying make this variable the same as the current number plus 1, because this is just mushrooms picked equals mushrooms picked plus 1. This is just a short way of typing this out. And then later you can do a comparison to say if the mushrooms picked is equal to 5, or maybe that's bad. Maybe you want to say if you've picked at least 5 mushrooms greater than or equal to 5, allow the event to go ahead. So you can see the logic is starting to build up how these things come together. So we also have something else you'll probably see a lot. Instead of doing plus 1 like this, or even minus 1, you can use increment or decrement, which means increase by 1 or decrease by 1. You do that with plus plus or minus minus. So mushrooms picked plus plus. This just says this line. Add 1 to this current variable. Or again, mushrooms picked minus minus means remove 1 from this variable. You don't have to have a space, I don't believe, but you can. I think either works. And some more comparisons. You have and, which is two ampersand symbols. So this would be if mushrooms picked is greater than 5 and spoken to man is equal to true. So hopefully this isn't going over your head. This is adding two comparisons together. You say if mushrooms picked is greater than the number 5 and we have spoken to the man equals true, then do something. And you also have or. So or is the two pipes. So you can say if the number of mushrooms picked is greater than 5 or we have spoken to the man, do the next thing. And yeah, the last thing here, again, don't worry if some of this is flying over your head right now. It'll all make sense. The last thing for now is the not symbol. And this basically just reverses whatever statement is next to it. So if you say spoken to man equals true, we'll say let spoken to man equal true. This is a declaration. You're declaring the variable spoken to man equals true. This is not a comparison. You're assigning this variable this value. So if you then say not spoken to man, this will reverse whatever value is stored in here. So why would we use something like this? Well, later on when we look at if statements and dealing with actual comparisons and conditions, we can say if you have spoken to the man, do something. But then we might also want to say if you have not spoken to the man, do something else. So it's yeah, the reason why this works is because you are saying if this is true, it means you have spoken to the man. But we're checking if it's reversed. So it's saying if this value is false, this will be true, which is again, it's all logic. You just need to keep working at it and you'll figure it out. And again, it will make more sense when we come to if conditional statements. So this lesson is more for just having a look, just seeing some of the different things that we'll be working with later on. And the more you do it, the more it makes sense and the more it will stick in your head. So yeah, that's probably it for operations, operators. There are more operators we haven't spoke about at the moment, but they tend to have advanced usage and we don't really need it right now. So we'll get to that later. Just checking some notes.